Stop people, bringing you some, well, not really maybe gameplay, but just talking about the game EDF Earth Defense Force Iron Rain. And suggestions for EDF 6. I know it's not the same company who made it, but look here, I'm now standing in my lobby, right? You can clearly see there can still come 5 other players inside, so up to 6 co-op. I want y'all to add that in the EDF 6 series, the co-op mechanic. Even the movement mechanic of this game is far superior than EDF, whatever design they come up with, 7, 8, 10, 12, it doesn't matter. This movement mechanic of this game is far superior than the normal EDF games. I want them to implement the same movement mechanics than they have here. Maybe not the classes, they can still stick to the same classes they have in the original game. And even some of these weapons, right? Like for example my this, if you basically shoot this, it will create a gigantic red orb that does damage to anybody that's in it, either killing them instantly or just making sure they damage enough before they get out and they die. So some of these weapons are really amazing, and I want them to implement the same type of weapons in the new EDF game. The laser cannon, it is epic, man. These weapons are insane. But I guess nobody wants to join because I'm trying to play on disaster mode to unlock my my double A weapons. So yeah, and the complaints I have for EDF 5 are basically the how can I say this? The slimmed down version of the singing mechanic, yeah, from EDF 4. The singing in that game was absolutely epic. You play EDF 5 and you listen to the guy singing. It's like a depressed human being that is basically singing with no interest at all. So, and that made for me the game unplayable. Because it's a big part of the game, the singing and the emotes and all that stuff. Especially if you play in group, it's fucking hilarious if you sing with your whole squad. But if you hear the singing in EDF 5, man, that's terrible. I don't know how they messed that up from EDF 4 to EDF 5, but EDF 5 it's terrible, really, even worse than terrible. It is horrible. Fix your shit together, man. EDF 6 should have the same mechanics of EDF 4 for singing and stuff like that. Even the robots from EDF 4 is way better than the gigantic robot, the walking fortress. So much better than the robots you have in EDF 5. And one thing I also want you to add is on the big robots, the one without weapons, that just simply hit with his fists. Give him a sword and a shield, and if you activate the shield, you create basically a dome shield around you, which can protect your allies. Kinda like the enemy, the walker things. If you shoot the enemy, first they don't even show a shield, but when you shoot them, the shield will activate, they will basically stand still on the same position, the shield will activate and your bullets will never reach the enemy, so you have to walk inside the shield. I want this type of mechanic for us, not for the enemy alone, but also for us. And if you don't want to give us that, give us the same mechanic like the giant robots we fight in EDF 4. They have a shield and a gun. Come on, man, it's not that hard. If you can give the enemies that stuff, you should be able to give us that stuff too, right? Or is it that you don't want us to have the same fun with gigantic droids fighting each other? I mean, like fighting the enemies on equal terms. I mean, I could definitely use a big gigantic robot with a shield that I can protect my allies, even if I can't move and fight. If it means protecting your allies from heavy attacks and shit like that, why not? I man, guess I can't show you any gameplay for this game because nobody's joining in, and to be honest, to do it alone ain't that easy, man. Oh, I can lower the difficulty level, no problem, but it's still pretty... Nah man, whatever. I'm not gonna show you any gameplay. That was just like a brief discussion about the previous EDFs, then the EDF 5, and then EDF Iron Rain. How they can implement certain features from this game into the newer game, and even certain features from the old game into the newer game. I'm not talking about EDF 6, EDF 5. I mean, EDF 5 to me is really terrible. I'm not talking about the weapons and all that stuff. I'm talking about certain mechanics or certain objects like the robots. They're stupid, man. I don't even know how you could design something fucking awesome in your previous games and then you're gonna make it terrible in your next game. Makes no sense to me. You should evolve those robots from EDF 4, make them faster, make sure they are able to move way faster than they are in EDF 6, and make them so they can turn faster too. So you can respawn, kinda like, how you say, like Gundams. Making kinda like Gundams, yeah. More maneuverability, more firepower, easy to target your enemies. Come on, give us what we want. Well, probably we'll never get it. Because these days, 2021, games get released in a crappy state and they expect us to accept it the way it is. Unfortunately, not too many people are talking about this shit because they're all happy with whatever they get from crap they got. Not angry at y'all, just angry at the people who design it and the people who release it. Make us pay larger amounts of money for literally crap. But, well, that's enough of a rant. Peace.